Well, good afternoon and welcome to the action. We are here at the UWI Spec Cricket Ground, and this, of course, is in St. Augustine, Trinidad. And we're here for the UWI Games cricket segment, and it's UWI Mona out of Jamaica coming up against the Five Islands campus. As I say, a very good afternoon to Ronnie Bikram Das.
Yes, good afternoon, Bill, and good afternoon to all our viewers. And yes, it's a pleasure to have these UWI games back on. I may sound old if I say this, but I remember my days in UWI when we had these games, and it was really amazing, good to have like students from different campuses coming together, meeting each other. It was really a nice atmosphere. So it's really nice to see or to have these games back on, and it already kicked off this morning. And had a couple of events taking place already. And as you said, Vinod, it's the time for the cricket. And we have the two teams out there in the middle.
Cricket, lovely cricket. And we're about to take in the action. These days, cricket seems to be on the minds of everyone here in Trinidad and Tobago, with the national team winning the regional first class title. There we are about to go. Five Islands winning the toss, and they have decided to bat first. Let's go through the teams for you. Let's start with Five Islands. David Richardson, Asha Cornelius, Ronaldo Antigua, Xander Hobson, Nazir Williams, Dequan Yaw, Dequan Martin, Arundai Boston, Cheston Scotland, Yannick Watley, Johannes Daniel, and we have Kyron Davis as the sub. So at the moment, they're coming up against Mona. Brian Barnes, who would have played for Jamaica. He and his brother, they would have played for Jamaica as well. Andre Virgo, Justin Buckford, Stephen Wedisham, Jose North, Michael Clark, I don't think he's from Australia, Corey Hines, Alex Hines, Roshan Roach, Anthony Drakes, Anthony Dachas, it seems, Chadwick Wallace and Nathaniel Pennant. First delivery outside the off stump, and it is signaled wide by the umpire.
Yeah. So just strain a bit. The wicket look a bit patchy in terms of it look brown. So not much help you're going to get for the pacers here. You may get a little bit for the spinners probably later on. But the wicket was open since morning. So it's going to be big. It's going to be hard.
Yeah, and normally at UWI that's a nice firm shot straight up the middle off. He takes a quick single. And that is Cornelius. He's off and running. Brings Richardson on strike. Dachas is the man who is bowling at the moment.
Travid Richardson. Very good first name.
So Richardson, a very good second name as well.
Yeah.
His dad or mom might have been big cricket people to name him that.
Big fan of Raul Dravid. So it's going to be Dakas to continue from the southern end. Ball seems to be coming on to the batter a bit. Oh, that's a good delivery outside the off stump. That one just touching down and leaving the right-hander a bit. And you could see even the non-striker just gesturing to him. That one just move away from him. But not just the movement, but the length. The length was very good. It's just short of a length. The batter, he didn't know if to go forward or back, so he was just standing on the crease looking to play there. And that one just turned him around. Excellent start by Dakas.
Big man Dakas. Oh, beaten. Beautiful delivery. There was Richardson just standing and pushing at it. And Dakas getting some movement. Back of a length, but still movement away from him.
Yeah, definitely. And well, Richardson played the correct shot the second time around. Rather than just trying to fend it outside the off stump, he should have just looking to cut because it was a bit short and a bit wide. It would have been easier. Had he caught that, all he had to do was beat that fielder at backward point and it would have been 4 runs. Down the leg side this time. Wide signal by the umpire. So just strain a bit. Ball to excellent deliveries outside the off stump. Just probably striving for that extra piece and just looking to push that one. Probably trying to get that one coming back into the right hander. Just pushing it down a bit too much. And so he would have to reload that one. That's a wonderful delivery. And again, give credit to the batter. Just standing there and just dropped it. He realized he has been beaten twice outside the off stump. So he just stood there and just dropped it just to the right of him. And picked up an easy single. So if the balls are not there to hit the boundary, they'll have to look to run between the wicket, get that single. And that is exactly what he did. Just drop it there and run. And give credit to the non-strike as well. He was quickly off the blocks. So that's a good rotation of strike there.
Not a bad over at all, not a bad start here by Dackers. Just a 4 runs. Remember, the power play is in effect. Oh, that's good. Well, it's signal wide. But I like the piece, I like the carry. It just has to get the readers right.
Yeah, so a bit of inconsistency here. We saw a couple of good deliveries outside the off stump, and then that one delivery, probably searching for that magic delivery coming back into the right hander and just pushing it a bit too wide down the leg side. So he has to be careful of that. Maybe just hang it outside the off stump. It's working for him. Why try something different? It's working for you outside the off stump. Just hang it there. Let the batter make the mistake. You don't need to go searching for that glory delivery to just come back in and knock the off stump out.
It's Dackers, a big man. Big swing and a miss, looking towards the heavens. He lost his shape, head in the air, and he was looking to go over the onside. Acres of space on the onside because you have backward square, and then on the onside after him is the backward square, almost in line with him. But forward of the bat, all you have is a straightish mid-on. So there's a lot of space there.
Definitely a lot of space. But this is good to see a slip and play as well. So they are giving the bowlers enough opportunity to get wickets here.
Sammy gets hold of it, and it goes to 4. What helped him there was the pace of Dackers, and that's into the boundary for 4. 9 without loss. It's the end of the first over of the 2026 UWI Games cricket tournament.
Yeah, I think it wasn't that short. As you could see, he was trying to fetch that one from outside the off stump. Got the leading edge. But I think the fielder there at that third man boundary, he was a bit slow to react. You could see after the ball passed over the slip, then he was looking to move. So maybe had he reacted a little faster, he probably would have gotten to it. But at the end of the day, it's 4 runs nonetheless. So 2 balls from faced by Cornelius, and the same shot he played twice.
Yeah, he was looking to go through mid-on, or at least mid-wicket. But again, the pace of Dackers took that to the boundary because what I observed is that third man was very, very fine, and yet he still couldn't stop it.
He seemed to be a bit quicker than expected. So we're going to see spin from the northern end or the UWI spec end. Just waiting on confirmation of the bowler. And that's a good start. Bang on target. And mention the wicket, the way it looks. You probably might get a bit of purchase from the spinners. This one looking to cut that, a short delivery, a bit too close to him there. Looking to cut that one. And eventually just not making any contact. He needs to be careful here. He can't look to be searching. Can't look to be searching for the deliveries here. So he has to be careful. Hines, this one again, looking to go down the ground was Richardson. And definitely a bit of a purchase here for the spinner. Seemed to get that ball drifting into the right-hander. And 4 dot balls to start from Hines. This is excellent. This time he's driving past the bowler. Fielder at long off was pretty straight, so it's just a single. But again, very good start here from Alex Hines. There's 1 run coming off his first 5 deliveries. Just what he would have wanted to settle the nerves a bit. And this is the first match of this tournament. Oh, and that's a good delivery to end. Full forward was Richardson. And at the end of 2 overs, UWI 5 Islands, they are 10 without loss. So a good start here by Mona. Start with the ball. So it's going to be Dackers to continue. Bull a very good full swing. Cornelius was lucky to get away with that one. Dackers is going to continue. A slip and play as well. That's a backward point. Oh, again looking to work it to the outside. That's good running between the pair of Richardson and Cornelius. Again, he's looking to work it onto the onside. Just square up the wicket. But there is a deep square leg. All he had to do was try to place it in mid-wicket region, and he would have gotten at least 2 runs. But it came off the pad, trickled onto the onside, and he picked up a single. This is good. It shows the pace from Dackers here. He's really bowling quickly here. So it's Cornelius. He's on 5. Previous over, he played 2 shots across the line, and he goes across the line again, but not making any contact. So he's 3 for 3. 3 balls faced against Dackers. 3 pull shots attempted. 1 came off the outside edge, which he received a boundary. So maybe he needs to just be careful here, not try too much. Just probably work it into the onside. He could punch that to the offside. All he has to do is beat that fielder at cover, and you pick it up. He will pick up a boundary. Again, looking to work it down the leg side, but this one is wide. Just waiting on the umpire. But it's a no ball, so it's not getting any better here for Dackers. It's a no ball this time. And the umpire signals a free hit. So Cornelius gets an opportunity here. Well, he has been freeing his arms every single ball he faced thus far. Let's have a look at this no ball here. It's difficult, but the umpire is in the best position. It's difficult to see from there. Yeah. Dackers. Oh, this one is down the leg side, so it's going to be a wide, so the free hit remains. Cornelius has another opportunity here for a free hit. So, just losing it a bit here, Dackers. Probably, again, just striving for that extra piece. He doesn't need to do that. Just needs to line up. He's bowling at a decent pace. Just needs to line it up here. Free hit coming up. Again, he plays that shot. Oh, that's brilliant from the fielder at slip there. It was a short delivery. Again, looking for that pull shot was Cornelius. Let's have a look here. Again, looking for that pull shot. Not making any contact, but it went over the keeper. But good work from the slip fielder in getting around and getting it before. Had he not stopped that, it would have been at least a couple. They did get through for single in the end. So it's going to be Richardson. We did get some bat onto it. Well, I mean, that it's signaled as a... So this is a bit strange. It's signaled as a run, but let's have a look. That's a previous delivery. So it was signaled as a run, but if it came off the bat, it was caught by the slip fielder. So it should have been out. So just have to... Seem to be a bye. But Dackers again. This one is definitely down the leg side. So really losing the plot here is Dackers. I don't know if it's footing. Seemed to be okay with the footing. He definitely missed it. If you could see from that replay, he definitely missed it. So at the end, it's 15 without loss. Still in the third over. It's a lengthy over. Had 2 wides and a no ball so far in the over. Dackers. Again down the leg side and wide signal. Again, just probably striving for that extra pace, looking to bring that ball back into the right-hander. And again, he's doing well, just bowling it outside the off stump, just short of a length. The batters cannot hit him. Why are you trying something different? Just keep it, just hang it outside there, and maybe you have a slip and play, so the outside edge will come eventually. If not, it's a dot ball. That's all you want. This time it's in the air and taken. Again, looking to go in the onside was Richardson and not getting contact. And it's a simple lob to the fielder at mid-on. And it's the first wicket down. Let's have a look. Look at that. Easily as you like. Well, a little bubble in the end, but held on eventually. And that's the first wicket to go down. 5 Islands losing Richardson. So it's 16 for 1. We're still in the third over. 5 Islands. 5 Islands, they won the toss and they decided to bat first. Losing their first wicket, that of Richardson. So Anthony Dackers picking up a wicket here. Let's have a look at the catch again. Slight bobble, but he ended up holding on. That's important. No matter if you take it on the first try, the second, the third, or the fourth, once you hold on, that's important. So it's Ronaldo and Tiga. That's the man. Ronaldo has a very interesting first name. That of Ronaldo. So he has a famous footballer's first name, but he's a cricketer. So he has a famous footballer's name, first name, and the country's second name. So it's Ronaldo Antigua. I will just call him Ronaldo. So it's left-hander. This time it's a good delivery again. And there we go again from Dackers. Just short of a length outside the off stump. And there's nothing the batters could do. It was too quick for him. No foot movement there from Ronaldo. And just swayed the bat outside the off stump. So a good over in the end from that's Dackers. They bowl a couple wides. And about 3 wides, not just a couple. Also a no ball, but he did pick up that wicket of Richardson. So it's going to be Hines to continue from the UWI end. Bowl an excellent first over. Just 1 run coming off that over. Again, looking for that Yorker. Worked away nice into the onside. They're going to look for 2. But well, that was a brilliant decision not to go for that second. That excellent work from the fielder out in the deep. Had they gone for that second one, he would definitely wouldn't have made it. For sure, he would have kept running back to the pavilion. That was a brilliant piece of work in the outfield. Let's have a look at this. Just comes steaming in. Look at this. Steaming in from the boundary. 1 hand pickup. Straight to the bowler. Yeah, had they go for that second one, it would have been surely a run out. So this is good for Mona. Putting the pressure. Keeping the pressure on, I should say, on the Five Islands batters. Oh, that's a peel for LBW, but I think it's pitching down the leg side. Hines really bowling well here. And he's mixing it up nicely in terms of his line and length. Another top ball. So slip and play here as well. And that's exactly for that shot. That short one just outside the off stump. If you're not making good contact, it's going to go to that slip fielder. There's also a fielder at backward point, cover, mid on, mid off, long on, mid wicket, and square leg inside the circle. There's also a deep mid wicket. Again, looking for that cut shot, but I think it's a bit too close for him to play that shot. And the end of an excellent over again. Let's have a look at this. The LBW shot, yeah, definitely pitching outside leg. Probably would have been high as well. So at the end of 4 overs, it's 17 for 1 here at the Sir Frank Worrell Field in St. Augustine. Remember, it's the UWI Games 2026. This is the cricket segment. UWI Games 2026, and what an event it is. As mentioned before, it is an event that they're bringing back. It used to be here a few years ago. I would say a few years because I don't want to give away my age. But it's a few years ago, and it's nice to have the games back. And normally they would have the student segment and the staff as well, the staff games as well. So this is the students. I'm not sure if it's a mixture, but I know it's students. So changing bowling from the southern end, Michael Clark. And it's not the Michael Clark from Australia. Brilliant batsman was Michael Clark from Australia. Captain Australia as well. What a player he was. He's from Australia, so he has to be a good player. Producer is just looking at me and shaking his head. This one outside edge. Thick outside edge. And goes all the way down to the fielder at the third boundary. Just a single. So it seemed to have a bit in the wicket from that southern end, The Pacers have started at the southern end, and you could see just keeping it a bit short, and they're getting a bit of bounce as well. So Clark, he's not a tall player by any means compared to Dakas. He's a bit nippy. This one he's looking to drive is Ronaldo. Not timing it at all. And it trickles to the fielder at point. Well, no, it's a short cover. So again, it's maintaining the slip. So that's good to see. Driving it off the inside edge this time, but it goes straight to the fielder at short third. Just another single. So the boundaries are not coming. We're into the fifth over. Just 19 runs. So it's and losing that one wicket. The wicket is okay, but they need to take advantage of this power play, of the fielders inside the circle, and they're not able to do that. Again, big swing from Cornelius, and we have seen Cornelius just keep swinging the bat, not making any contact. Maybe he needs to try a different strategy. I know he wants to take advantage of the power play, but it's not working at the moment. Just standing there and swinging the bat. Clark, full toss, and he just pushes it into the onside. It goes through mid-wicket, so there's no one there. So he's going to get 2 runs. To finally get some bat onto 1. He moves on to 10. At the end of 5, it's 21 for 1. Good start here from the bowlers from Mona. Really bowled well. Put the ball in the right areas. And it seems like there's a bit in the wicket from the southern end, and the pace bowlers are utilizing that wisely. And it's going to be spin again from the northern end. So it seems like it's a clear plan for Mona here. They're going to bowl the pacers from the southern end, and the spinners are going to bowl from the northern end, or the UWI spec end. Oh, this one, it's not a good start down the leg side. Signal wide by the umpire. Okay, left arm orthodox. So 2 good overs from Hines. And it's Roche and Roach. And if there's any relation to Kima Roach. And it's strange. Alex Hines bowled 2 excellent overs. This time it's full. Outside of the inner half of the bat, it's coached through mid-wicket. They're going to get 1, come back for 2 quite easily in the end. But getting back to that point, Alex Hines bowled 2 excellent overs. Why take him off? Just let him bowl. If he could bowl out his 4, let him bowl his 4 on the trot, because he's bowling excellent. He just conceded, I believe, 2 or 3 runs in his 2 overs. So it's Roach to continue. This one is just Ronaldo is just forward, pushing it into the onside. No run. So Roach, he has to keep it tight here. Driving is Ronaldo. He's going to get a single quite easily. A bit of misfield by the fielder, and at mid-on position. It was driven quite nicely with a bit of pace, and he was looking for that run out, but just probably took his eye off the ball before he picked it up, and a slight misfield which allowed the single. So they're creating opportunities in the field. Mona, you have to give them credit for that. The fielders are doing excellent in the field. They're backing up the bowlers. But they haven't been able to take the chances as yet. This one again, driven nicely by Cornelius. He's going to get a single to long on. So it's the last over of the power play. And you really have to see that Five Islands, even though they won the toss and decided to bat first, they're not able to take advantage of the power play. Looking to go area just over the bowler. Maybe that was a chance. Had the bowler just put his hand up, maybe he would have had an opportunity. Because it's after it passed him, then he was like, maybe I should have tried, maybe give an attempt. Let's have a look. Look at this. Driven, come off the middle of the bat. Oh no, it was away from him. It was far away from him, but maybe he thought he had an opportunity. But again, no timing on that from Ronaldo. Cornelius this time well forward. At the end of another good over. And look at that, well forward. That's a perfect forward defensive. My primary school teacher would have been proud of that. That's all he teaches, forward defensive. And if you miss it, he would pelt you with the ball. And remember, you have no equipment on. You just have a bat in your hand. And you're playing with the hard ball. Yeah. So that was a perfect forward defensive. So 21 for 1 after the power play. So not a power play that the Five Islands would be proud of or would be happy with. Haven't won the toss. They saw something in the wicket that they wanted to take advantage of, but they're not able to. But you have to give credit to the bowlers. All three of them so far, well, 4 of them actually, have bowled really well. So it's going to be Clark. Yes, it's going to be Michael Clark to continue. Bowled a decent first over. And this time he's driven past the fielder at cover. Just a single. So seems like Ronaldo is finding his timing now. He's sort of getting familiar with the pitch, the timing on the pitch, the pace of the wicket. And he's starting to mill the ball a bit. And that's a good sign. Cornelius, he's on 11 from 14. This one is short outside the off stump. Well, no signal from the umpire. So that's definitely a good delivery. That was short and wide. He should have threw the bat at it. All he had to do was beat the fielder at point, and it would have been boundary certain. And this one is pulled away nicely, and finally got some bat onto that Cornelius. One of those short deliveries, and he didn't bother to run because he knew as soon as he passed that fielder at mid-wicket, that short mid-wicket, it's going to be a boundary. Look at that. Just on the back foot, just to see the transfer of weight onto the back foot and swiveling across, pulling that one nicely. And he pulled it down because he knew there was a fielder there at mid-wicket for that pull shot. But he kept it down, picked up a boundary, moves on to 15. Oh, this is good. And just pushes into the offside for a single. That's excellent batting. You hit the boundary. It's a good delivery. The next one, you just push it into the offside and gets a single. Smart batting here, but they need a lot more of that. They need to take advantage of this middle session here. They need to score at least 8, 9 runs per over. That's a wide, and signal wide by the umpire. So Clark, going for 11. That boundary, it was. He tried the short delivery outside the offside, that worked, but that boundary ball was short on the body. Driving and coming off the inner half of the bat. They're gonna get 1. They're gonna come back for 2. So you could see here Ronaldo and Antigua is looking to push things along. realize they are far behind. They're scoring just over 5 runs per over. Oh, that's a good delivery. That seemed to come back into the left-hander. Leg by signal. Beat the batter, beat the keeper, and beat the fielder at fine leg. Let's see. Yeah, that one came back sharply. Off the pads. And beat everyone. So that brings the over to an end. A good over there from 4, I should say, the 5 islands. At the end of 7, it's 40 for 1. I mean, it's a 20 over affair. 5 islands winning the toss and electing to bat first. And they haven't really got off to the start that they probably would have been looking for. Quite slow. Scoring 27 after the power play, which is not what you want. So it's going to be Roach to continue, and this one is hammered. And this is going to go all the way. That's the first 6 of the game, of the match. And it comes off the bat of Cornelius. Again, he tried that shot on a numerous occasion, and finally he connects with one. The fielder at that deep mid-wicket boundary thought he had a chance, but it just keeps sailing over him. Went all the way for 6, and it actually went into the rugby field, next door to the cricket field. He's sitting with the wind as well. So all he had to do was get enough bat onto it, and the wind would take it all the way. So Cornelius, he's now striking above 100, 22 from 18. And he goes again, this time driving nicely through the offside. Just a single, so he has finally found his timing, and he's timing it really well now. Here's Cornelius, 23 from 19. And the 5 islands would want him to bat through here. Bat through the 20 overs. He's going to get a decent score, and the 5 islands will get a decent score on the board. At the moment, just above 6 they're scoring. Driven, and a yes, no, and eventually they got through. So they were both of them in the middle. Let's have a look at it. Yes, no, start, stop, and eventually they got through. Well, thanks to a misfield as well. Had the fielder pick up that one cleanly, I'm sure it would have been a run out. So that's another opportunity Mona had for a run out and not taken. Nicely behind it this time. Roach expensive. 8 runs coming off the over already. And this is exactly what 5 islands needed. Just to up the tempo a bit here. Whipped away nicely. And there's no one behind square except on the square leg boundary. So they're going to get 2 quite easily in the end. So this is good batting here from Cornelius. He's really getting into his stride now. 25 from 21. Well, he's asking for a bat. Maybe it's probably the bottom, just cracking a bit. That seems to be the edge or so. He's asking for a bat. Shane Roach, 16 runs in his 1.5. A bit expensive when compared to the other bowlers. So the projected score 128. I'm sure they're going to get more than that. If Cornelius continues the way he's batting and he stays till the end, I'm sure they're going to get probably closer to 150, which is what where they would want to be. Ronaldo is just 9 from 16. That's not what you want to see in a T20 affair. And when you have played so many dot balls or absorbed so many balls, you have to stay now to make it up. You can't afford to get out now. Oh, that's a brilliant shot, but it went through the fielder's hand, beating the fielder at long on and mid wicket, and Cornelius picks up another boundary. Look at this shot. The fielder at mid wicket had a chance, but it was hit so powerfully, it just passed through his hands, and it went to the boundary for 4. Cornelius moves into 29. So at the end of 8 overs, the 50 comes up. 54 for 1 at the end of 8. So they have decided it's time to go. Cornelius is pressing on the accelerator here. He hasn't shifted all the way to 6 gears yet. He's still on 5th. Because he's trying to drag Ronaldo along with him. So it's going to be a change in bowling from the southern end, or the players' pavilion end. Ronaldo. This one is cut away. That's straight to the field at backward point. So it's Ronaldo on strike. It's not Cornelius. Yeah, that's a good shot, but just hit it straight to the fielder. Wallace. This one is again cut away. This time it's to the right of the fielder. That is Roach. And they get through for a single. Now you could see Ronaldo is calling for a bat as well. So the bats not seem to be working. So Cornelius on strike now. Chadwick Wallace. His right arm off spin. And pushed into the covers. No run. You're looking for a single there, but you have to give credit to the captain here. He kept the fielders inside the circle on the offside, and the bowler is bowling on that off stump line. So he's telling him, you have to be good to pass those fielders in the ring. He goes leg side this time, and that goes all the way for 6. What a shot there from Cornelius. And he just waited for that one. You could see this time it was timing. He was looking for power when he initially got to the crease. And now he's just pure timing. And that one was smoked over the mid-wicket region for 6 runs.
So it's 61 for 1. Asha Cornelius continues to impress. And a good turnout of fans here, Ronnie. To the back of us, behind the press box, to the left and back of the press box, it's packed. So the students are out here supporting good cricket.
I thought they were supporting me.
Chadwick Wallace, another cricket name.
Don't get mixed up with
Philo Wallace.
Or Chadwick Walton.
Yes,
Philo Wallace, our good friend.
Former West Indies opening batsman, Philo Wallace. Picking up the line, allowing that one to go by.
Yeah, this time was a bit wider, so it didn't allow Cornelius to play across the line, to play that slug sweep. It was a bit wider. show some respect at the end of the over. At the end of 9, 5 Islands. Remember, they won the toss and elected to bat first. They are 61 for 1.
Yeah, and this has been a good start, a good foundation that they're putting down here, Ronnie, for a later onslaught. You know, you 1 wicket down, that's good. 61, you might think, it's all right. But with 1 wicket down, what they will do is they will be able to accelerate freely as the overs progresses.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a look at that one again. A bit of turn there. You could see it getting the outer half of the bat of Cornelius. So some fans, some of those volunteers, those are the volunteers who have given their time to support this UWI Games 2026. Oh, and that's good from, is it just getting confirmation? I think it's Wedderburn. Stephen Wedderburn. This one is ripped off the hips. They're going to get runs here. It's just one. The field is spread. There is that fielder at deep mid-wicket. So for Cornelius, who has been very aggressive in the last few overs, he has deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on, long off, cover at the boundary. And then there's a point in the circle, extra cover in the circle, and a mid-wicket in the circle. So it's Wedderburn, and this one is short, cut away, straight to the fielder at cover, deep cover, just a single. So it's good start here from Wedderburn. This one is driven. Nice piece of work there off his own bowling. That's exactly what you want. And I mentioned it earlier. The fielders have been very good. They have created some opportunities for run out which they haven't taken. Again, this one is cut away but straight to the fielder. This is very good here from the Mona bowlers. Wedderburn. This one is in the air. Hands on head from the bowler and the fielder at extra cover. But it went past both of them to the fielder at long off. Just a single. So at the end of 10 overs, the halfway point, 5 Islands, UWI 5 Islands, they are 64. Look at this. Oh, and that's the brilliant piece of fielding. Excellent work from our producer Aidan here. He told me he wanted to show me that replay. Excellent. So we're going to have a break. So we are going to take a little break here. It's after 10 overs. The UWI 5 Islands 64 for 1 after 10. We'll have a short break and we'll return in a moment. Yes, so we're back here after the drinks break. Again, short outside the off stump. And this is what Wedderburn would be happy to bowl to the left-hander. He can get that ball to drift and turn away from the left-hander. He has a slip in play. That is very good. This time looking to cut. Just guided it really to the right of the fielder at backward point. An easy single. So Wallace continues for 7 in his first over. So Cornelius is on strike, and this is the man they want to get. They don't want him to bat too long. He's starting to be very aggressive. He starts to get going. He's 36 from 27. Looking to up the ante. Looking to hammer this one down the ground. Good piece of work there by the fielder at short mid-wicket. Seems like it hit him on the shoe. It's not that comfortable at the moment, but good piece of work. Oh, that's should have stopped that. Wallace just complimenting them on the feeling. And he just let that one go through his hands. That's a single. And they wouldn't mind because it gets Cornelius off the strike. They wouldn't mind bowling to Ronaldo Antigua. He's 13 from 25. So he hasn't really gotten going as yet. But the way Cornelius is batting, it's easy for him to just play that rule, that anchor rule, rotate the strike, give Cornelius a strike, let him continue, let him attack the bowling. And taken. Well, just talk about what the role of Ronaldo Antigua should have been, but in his mind, he thought that, well, they need to go at both ends or from both ends, and he was looking to drive this one over the bowler. But just managing to get, didn't really get much of it. Good by Wallace in the end. He was trying to take it in one, realized it was too much, just parried it a bit and take it on the second attempt. Nevertheless, it's a wicket for UWI Mona. And now UWI 5 Islands, they are 66 for 2. Wallace picking up his first. Just waiting confirmation on the batter. So the projected score 122. Mona would want to keep them down that score within that range. Oh, that one was a bit wide. True. He dangled the carrot there, and the batter was willing to accept. Lucky for him, he didn't make any contact. So at the end of 11 overs, UWI 5 Islands, they're 66 for 2. Very good bowling by the Mona, and it's Dequan. So Dequan Martin, it's the new batter. So it's going to be Wedderburn to continue for his second over. Just conceding 3 in his first. And that was a wide delivery. Chasing after that one was Cornelius. So this is an interesting phase here. How is Cornelius going to react? Is he going to continue being aggressive, continue looking for the boundaries, for the sixes, or is he going to just sedate himself a bit? Oh, that's a good delivery outside the off stump. That's a quicker one there from Wedderburn. Is he going to look to be aggressive, or is he just going to just take it down a notch? Go back down to probably 3rd or 4th gear. Driving nicely. It's just going to be a single. Oh, well, a bit of misfeel. And they're going to take advantage. And that's not good. You could see the fielder, the captain is like, what is that? Come on, we can do better. And we have done better. That's too easy. And the thing about it, with that misfield, it brings Cornelius back on strike. He's on 39 from 32. Wide again, similar shot. Straight to the fielder this time. This time he does well. Fielder at deep cover. It's long barrier just to make sure that it didn't pass. Here's the single. Brings the new batter, Martin, on strike. Seems like someone heard me. The coach. He's just letting the bowler know it's a new batter on strike. Wedderburn. Oh, and that's excellent from Martin. That's all he needs to do at the moment. If it's not there for the big shot, just get the single and get Cornelius back on strike. And that's exactly what he did. That's what 5 Islands, UWI 5 Islands, need at the moment. They need Cornelius to take most of the strike. Short, cut away. And this one beats the fielder at backward point, and it goes into the boundary for 4. That's an excellent shot from Cornelius. And the previous shot, he was just standing there and hit with power. This time you can see he got back and across deep in the crease and allowed the ball to come to him and cut it, just beating the fielder at backward point. And picked up an easy boundary. So that's excellent. From Cornelius, he moves to 44. At the end of 12 overs, it's 74 for 2. So Wedderburn, 11 runs coming off his 2 overs, which is really good. But in the context of the game, when you realize, when you look at the other bowlers and the way that they have bowled so far, that's an expensive over. So it's going to be Wallace to continue. And this one is in the air, chance. Just short of the fielder at Lawn. They get a single. Good work down there as well. Did very well to get behind that one. Prevent it from going to the boundary. But again, Martin doing his job. Getting the single of the very first delivery and getting Cornelius back on strike. Good delivery from Wallace. Oh, and this one is just dabbed. It's wide outside the off stump, and rather than looking to cut it, he was just looking to place it, but he placed it a little too good. It went straight into the fielder at backward point, and there's no run. Well, they get a single in the end. It's Martin. Oh, that's a poor delivery, and Martin thought he should have done better. He got in perfect position, really. He saw that one short and wide down the leg side, and he got back and across, but it was so wide down the leg side he was unable to make contact. Good work by the keeper. This time he made connection, and this time he would pick up 4 more. So again, a similar delivery from Wallace. Yeah, it was short and down the leg side, and it got the treatment it deserved. So Martin, he's not going to muck around here. If it's in the zone, he's going to hit it. And that's what you want. You don't want the bad deliveries to go unpunished. Wallace, a bit expensive in this over. Oh, and that's a good comeback. This time the normal off spinner, and that one came back into the right hander. Went between bat and pad. Looking for that big lofted drive down the ground was Martin. Oh, and that's good. That's a good comeback here from Wallace. After being hit for that 4, 2 excellent deliveries. And that brings the over to an end. At the end of over number 13, UWI 5 Irons, they are 81 for 2. Cornelius on 45 from 36. So he's really dragging his team along here, trying to get them into a decent score. Move along at 6.23 runs per over. Need to get that up. Need to get that scoring rate up. But they need Cornelius to bat till the very end. 13 overs gone. Just 7 more overs to come. So it's going to be Wedderburn to continue. Short. Cut away. But straight to the fielder at cover. At deep cover. Just a single. So Cornelius is timing the ball very well at the moment. You saw earlier when he came to the crease, he was just looking to hit everything with power and just missing or mistiming. Now he got the pace of the wicket, the pitch, and he's timing these balls very well, hitting them to the boundaries. Even if it goes straight to the fielder, it is really timed well. So he's back on strike. He's on 46. 1 shot away from what would be a well-deserved half century. And well, Wedderburn is going to make him wait a little longer. Mind games. And this, oh, that's, well, it's a good single in the end. Because you have to give credit to Martin there. He backed up really well. All Cornelius did was look up at him, and he was off in a flash. He got there quite easily. Given the ball just was pushed into that point region. This one is hammered by Martin. Straight to the fielder at long off. That's the single. Martin looks like a powerful character. He looks to muscle the ball. Cornelius on 47. And this one is hammered. That's going to go all the way for 6. Well, he had the spectators running. And there you could see the celebration. The celebration from Cornelius. He waves to his teammates in the pavilion, and a well-deserved half century for him. It was difficult to start with initially, but once he got going, it was all pedal to the metal, and he was just timing the ball so sweetly. That one again, if you have a look at it, you can see it. Look at the timing on this. Just got down. And yeah, no power, no big follow through, but it was timed so sweetly, and it had the spectators running for cover. Well, it seems like the ball is lost. Look at it again. Can't seem to find the ball. I know it's not backyard cricket, so it's not lost ball win. So the umpires, they're calling on the third umpire or the reserve umpire to get a new ball. Brings out such Alright, so they got it. So the spectators did very well. They found the ball. So the umpire is gonna inspect that ball to ensure that there's not too much damage, because it did hit the road. It went out of the ground onto the roadway around Spect. And this time, that's brilliant from the fielder there at backward point. This time he was in a flash. He was quickly onto that one and not allowing them to get through for that single. Previously, we saw them got an easy single there, but not this time around. That's excellent from that fielder. That brings the over to an end, and over in which Cornelius got to his half century. He's on 53 from 40 deliveries, and at the end of 14, UWI Islands, they are 91 for 2. So this is a good platform here, a nice beast. Just 2 wickets down. And if these two could take it probably to the 16th over minimum, then they will have a nice launching pad where they themselves could, go after the bowling, and then allow the middle order, the power hitters to come and express themselves to the back end. So it's going to be Michael Clark. He's going to take up the attack from the southern end, or the players' pavilion end. Bowled 2 overs for 13. So just as I said before, the Pacers seem to be bowling from that southern end. So maybe there's something in the pitch from that end that the captain or the management saw, and they just have the pace bowlers bowling from that end. So Clark. Oh, that's a good delivery. But give credit to Martin. He dug it out well. He got the single. That's important. Getting that single of the first delivery and getting Cornelius back on strike. So Martin is doing a good job here. He is a power hitter. You can see that from the way he bat, the few shots he played. But he's doing the right thing. If it's not there for him to hit, he's just trying to get the single and get Cornelius back on strike. He's on 53 from 40. Oh, that's a good delivery, but worked away nicely off the legs. They're going to get 1, and they're going to come back for 2 quite easily in the end. That's excellent running by that pair of Cornelius and Martin. It was timed nicely, but it went straight to the fielder at deep wicket. It looks like Wallace down there. But he did very well to get to the ball, but better running in the end. They were quickly in and out of the crease and got home quite easily in the end. 2 more to the total, 94 for 2. So they're getting that run rate up. Whipped away again. This time squarer. There is a fielder at that deep square leg boundary. So it's just a single. Five for 2. So we're back here. It's Clark to continue. Down the wicket is Cornelius. Getting the inner half of the bat. It trickles onto the onside. He gets a single. And that's good because it's the last delivery of the over. So he would be back on strike for the next over. He moves to 57 from 40 deliveries, 4 fours and 3 sixes. It's an excellent knock from him thus far. Clark, a bit expensive. Well, not expensive actually, because just 7 runs coming off that over, which is not bad in the context of the game. But it is a relatively good over for UWI Islands, considering they were scoring at just above 6 runs per over. So it's going to be Cornelius on strike on 57. Oh, well, that looked like a chance. Looked like it was driven straight back to the bowler. It's Alex Hines. He comes back into the attack. Hammered through the offside. It goes straight to the fielder at long off. Just a single. So they wouldn't mind the singles, the Mona. Yuri Mona, they wouldn't mind the singles at this juncture in the game. We're into the 16th over. 99 for 2. 1 away from that 100. Martin on strike. He's on 10 from 10. Looking to pull, but I think it rushed onto him a bit quicker than he expected. And it just went to the fielder at extra cover. Seems like the captain. Oh, that's a very good delivery. That one kept a bit low, and it was a bit quick as well. Pushed through a bit fuller, and he was on the back foot looking to cut. That one was a bit fuller. So this is good from Alex Hines. His first 2 overs cost 2 runs. This one is pulled away. This is going to go all the way for 6. And that goes again into the road that surrounds the grounds here at UWI. That's 6 runs to Martin. A bit too short. And Martin was on the back foot waiting for that. We saw the first 2 deliveries. He was a bit on the back foot. It was a bit fuller, but this time was a bit shorter. And he had enough time to just rock back and pull that one over that deep miracle boundary for 6 more. So that brings up the 100. And again, too short this time, but again, Martin was just moving around the crease and not making any contact. Good work from the keeper there, I must say. And at the end of 16 overs, UWI Islands bring up the 100 in that in the 16th over, 105 for 2. Cornelius, the man who's the mainstay here, and he's the one who's trying his best to get them to a good total. But he has good support from Martin. Martin 16 from 14 deliveries, just hit a 6. And maybe that could get him going. And if he gets going together with Cornelius, both of them firing from either end, it's going to take them to probably a total that they would be wanting around 150. If they could get 150 or above, that would be excellent. So it's going to be the big fast bowler. Dackers, he has 2 overs remaining. 1 for 15 in his first 2. He's going to continue from the southern end. Fast bowler seem to relish that end. Dackers. He'll be bowling to the well-set Cornelius. This time it's pulled away, and that goes. Oh, that's a brilliant attempt. He almost got a hand to it there. We'd have to take a look at this, but it's a good shot to begin with. He was expecting that short ball. Look at it. He was on the back foot waiting for it. But look at this. Oh, that's a brilliant attempt. He got his hand to it, but was unable to hold on to it. It went for 6, but what an attempt there by the fielder. Not sure who it is, but that was a brilliant effort. 6 runs to Cornelius. Again, Cornelius looking to repeat the shot, but it wasn't as short as the previous one. Just over that off stump. And he can't look to be guessing here. Just play the ball on the merit. You know it's a short ball that was pulled away for 6 actually. So he's not going to bowl it short again. He should have been expecting a fuller delivery. And had he been on the front foot, he should have drive that one. And had he passed that mid-off fielder, it would have been 4. Again, outside edge. And it will go to the boundary for 4. So it's not where he wanted to play that shot. But nevertheless, it's 4 runs to him and 4 runs to the total. It's 115 for 2. Let's have a look. Short ball again. Looking to pull. The outside edge found. But just over the keeper. And the fielder at that third man boundary had no chance at all. All he was very straight, but he had no chance. So 6 out of 4 of the first 3 deliveries here. Dackers under some pressure. Full toss, driven straight to the fielder. Brilliant by the captain. No run. So not able to take advantage of that full toss, and he played the correct shot after. Had he stood his ground and just looked to play it straight, all he had to do was get it over that, just past that fielder at mid-off. Would have been 4. So he has to be careful. He's timing the ball really well. You don't have to look for power all the time. Oh, excellent delivery from Dackers. This is a good comeback from him. After being hit for that 6. Yes, he got a 4 after, but it was off the outside edge. It's an excellent comeback from Dackers. 2 very good deliveries. Cornelius, he has to be careful here. Can't afford to let this start. The over started really well, but 2 dot balls to follow. Could he finish off well here? Again, looking to play that cross-batted shot. Straight to the fielder. The fielder at long on is a bit wider, just because Cornelius is playing those cross-batted shots on a regular basis. He gets a single. Important thing, he's back on strike. So at the end of 17, it is 116 for 2. 3 overs remaining. Yeah, Alex Hines has 1. He looks like he's going to finish. He's going to finish his spell. And Dackers has 1. And it's who's going to bowl the last one. Is it going to be a Clark? Or is he going to bring back one of his spinner? Pull the final over. It's going to be Hines. This one is hammered down the ground, and that's 4. Just 1 bounce over the ropes, and it's 4 to start the over. Excellent from Cornelius. Pitched up delivery from Hines. You see, yeah, that was too short, and Cornelius is well set. He just rocked back on the back foot and helped himself there. Wide of the fielder at long off. Picks up a boundary. Good way to start the over. Onto the 20 for 2 now. Oh, and looking to repeat the shot. Well, not repeat the shot, but again, slog sweep over mid-wicket. Not making any contact. That one was a quicker delivery from Hines. Oh, that's a good delivery. Seemed to come off the pads. Let's wait and see the umpire's signal. Well, no signal from the umpire. Sound like it came off the pad. But a single, nonetheless, to the total. Well, that's good in terms of the batting, because it's Cornelius off strike, but Martin has been hitting the ball really hard of late. Oh, that's good. From Alex Hines, just short outside off stump. And Martin doesn't look too comfortable against the spin. He's just on the back foot looking to play, read the ball off the pitch, more or less. It's Cornelius back on strike. This one is driven. Coming off the outer half of the bat, straight to the fielder at backward point. So no run. One more delivery to finish the spell here from Hines. And this one is down the ground. One bounce, two bounce to the fielder at long on. And it's just a single. But again, Cornelius getting the single of the final delivery of the over to get himself back on strike. So at the end of 18 overs, the UWI Islands, they are 123 for 2. See the bowling card there. Some excellent bowling from the Mona bowlers. So the projected score 137. But with these two, the way these two are batting, if they can get probably another 20 runs in this next 2 overs, it would be excellent. Take them to that 150. It would be a decent total. Something for them to work with. Or something for the bowlers to defend. So it's going to be Dakas to finish his spell. He has 3 overs, 1 for 26. It was expensive in his previous over. Again, driven. Excellent work by the skipper there at mid-off. That one was hit hard, low. Bounced just before him, but he got his body in the way. That's important. And prevented it from passing him. Had it passed him, that would have been 4 runs. So another dot ball. So just a little bit of adjustment. In the third. Just putting him a bit finer. I think it's going to be a short delivery. And this one is in the air. The fielder, long on, long off, runs back. It falls between the two of them. And they are going to get just the thing. They're going to get 2 more. So he was looking to go down the ground. He was trying to go over that mid-off fielder, but didn't get the contact. So he looks tired, as you can see there in the picture. He's down on his haunches, really. And didn't get the contact. It went high, but it was just in the middle of the 2 fielders. And he survives. 2 runs nonetheless. Full toss whipped away. But the fielder at fine leg is very fine. And they just get a single. It's a good over so far from Dakas. Just 3 runs coming off the 3 deliveries. Exactly what you want in the 19th over. Dakas 3.3 overs, 1 for 29. Good spell from him. Martin on strike. Short. Oh, that's good from Cornelius. He saw Martin in some trouble there with that short delivery. And the ball came off his, probably his thigh. his tie pad onto the offside, and Cornelius quickly calling him through because he wants the strike. Cornelius, he wants to take the majority of these remaining deliveries, these remaining 9 deliveries. So he's on 78 from 60 deliveries. So this is good from him. Could get 100, but he needs to get some boundaries. Oh, that's whipped away, but the field is set really well, and that went straight to the fielder at square leg. He throws it over the keeper's head, but good backing up by the fielder at point, and just a single. So that gets Cornelius off strike, which is what they want. And now, what do you think it's going to be? Is it going to be another short delivery to Martin? We saw him a bit uncomfortable with that short ball on the body previously. So his Dackers, one more delivery in his spell. Short delivery and turned away before he played that one. Got some bat onto it. Lucky for him. He didn't get enough contact and it dropped well short of the fielder at long on. But again, if we look at that replay, if possible, and that one, he turned his face away when he saw that short ball coming, and then the bat came through. Lucky for him. It caught the top edge, but it fell in no man's land. So 19 overs gone. UWI Islands 129 for 2. Remember, UWI Islands won the toss and elected to bat first. They didn't have the start that they were looking for. After the power play, they were 27 or so for 1. But Cornelius, he was still there. He opened the baton, looked very scratchy initially, but he stood there by this time at the crease and then started to time the ball immaculately, if I can see that, and hit the ball to all parts of the ground. He's on 79 from 61. So it's going to be Michael Clark to finish off. He has 3 overs, none for 23. Oh, and this is going to be a wide. It's a wide signal. So it's Michael Clark. This one is in the air. This is it's coming our way. And I almost took the catch, had it come my way. It was in my area. I would have taken the catch for you, All right. So it's 6 more to the total nonetheless. For one moment, I thought we were in some trouble here at the media booth. Came our way. So that's a good strike there from Martin. Oh, and this is going to race away to the boundary for 4. He got the bottom of the bat, and it passed the stumps, past the keeper, and raced away for 4. No, actually, he was bowled. My apologies, he was bowled. So it was a Yorker. It hit the stump, and the ball went all the way to the boundary. So he was actually bowled. It clipped the leg stump. Making room for himself to hit down the ground again was Martin. And good delivery from Clark there. Yorker length delivery. Let's have a look. Yeah. Again, looking to go down the ground was Martin. Yorker length delivery. Missed it completely, Martin. And it clipped the leg stump. The ball went all the way for 4. So redemption for Clark here after being hit for that 6. Pick up the wicket of Martin. New batter. That outside edge, and that's going to race away to the boundary for 4. So that's 4 more to the new batter, 4 more to the total. And they are racing along in this final over. A 6 already conceded, and now a boundary. Clark. Driven down the ground. It's going to be a single. Shit to the fielder at long off. It brings Cornelius back on strike. So it's going to be, I think it's last delivery. It's the last ball of the innings. To Cornelius. Down the ground, driving straight to the fielder at extra cover. So it's not the last delivery. There's still one more to come. Cornelius on strike. This one is driven down the ground. They're going to get 1. They're definitely going to come back for 2. Well, he missed it. Had Michael Clark collect that one, I think the batter would have been in trouble. But in the end, he missed it. And it's going to be a single. They're going to get 2 runs. So at the end of 20 overs, West Indies 5 Islands, remember they won the toss and elected to bat first. They ended their innings on 143 for 3. They were looking to get probably around 150, but it's not a bad total considering the start that they had. So 143 for 3. And you have to give credit to Cornelius. What a knock from him. He ended 80 odd. And he really held the innings, and we were seeing from the earlies he needed to bat throughout. He needed to bat the 20 overs, and that he did. Got them to a decent total of 143 for 3. And now Mona, they would need 144 in their 20 overs to win this first match of this competition. So we will take a break here, and we'll be back in a few minutes for the chase, when we'll see if Mona, UWI Mona, could get that 144 that they need to win this match. Yes, so we're back here, and it's the resumption. We are looking at the chase here now by Muna, and they're off to a flying start here. It's a boundary of the second delivery, and just have a look. Yeah, it wasn't that short, but he just hammered it straight down the ground, and the fielders at mid on and mid off, so he just had to beat those two, and he picked up a boundary. So Barnes, he's off and running. This one is hammered straight to the fielder and taken. So he just hammered one straight down the ground. He tried to repeat the shot. This time it went a little wider, straight to the fielder at mid-off. He juggled it a bit, but he then eventually took the catch, and Barnes has to go. He looks very disappointed. Let's look at this again. It was a bit wider and a bit shorter, and looking to repeat the shot. Hit it, and look at this here. You feel like took it a bit too close, juggle it a bit, and then eventually he had the presence of mind just to tap it the second time around, guard himself, and then took the catch eventually. And Barnes has to go. So the first wicket falls here for Mona, and Five Islands taking the first scalp in the first over. Walker. Yamanik Walker taking the first wicket for Mona. Mona one down in the first over. And it's Beckford, Justin Beckford. Let's have a look again. It was a bit short and a bit wider, so he didn't have control of the shot. Yeah, you could see the bat turning as well while he played it, and hit the bottom of the bat. The fielder juggled it a bit, but took it in the end. That's important, taking the catch. And it's one down. Justin Beckford. Walker. That one on the pad, a bit quicker this time. A good follow through by the bowler as well. Just throwing the ball at the stumps. As you can see, the enthusiasm from the five. It's the match between UWI Five Islands and Mona. UWI Mona. You can see some of the fans there. I'm not sure if they are supporting their team or they are preparing for another event. But it looks like the Mona supporters or the Mona contingent. So, Randall Boston to take up the attack. Spin. This one is cut away, and this is going to be 4 runs. That's a lovely shot there from Beckford. That one was short and wide, and he waited on it and just guided it past the fielder at backward point, and he picks up a boundary. Just look at this. Excellent shot. You can see, just waited on it and caught it late as possible, just to ensure that he gets it past that fielder at backward point. Picks up a boundary. Boundary to start. That is excellent. 12 for 1. Boston, what can he do here? Full toss. Driven back to the bowler. Good piece of fielding. This again, driven hard, but he did well. This one is cut away, and it's going to be 4 more. 1 bounce, 2 bounce into the fence for 4. It was a bit shorter, a bit wider this time, and he just waited on it, just opened that front foot. You could see, yeah, just make room, and he intentionally hit it over the fielder. He knows there's no one on the boundary on the offside. So all he has to do is get it over that infield, and he picks up 4 more, and that he did. So that's 2 boundaries in 3 deliveries here. Beckford, Justin Beckford looks good. Looks to be aggressive. Short and guided. This is going to be 4 more. Lovely shot again from Beckford. And he picks up 4 more. This time, he didn't look to hit it, but just use the pace of the bowler. He knew he's going to be quicker, and just use the pace of the bowler and guided it past the keeper this time and picks up 4 more. So under some pressure here is Boston. Randall Boston. 4 deliveries, 3 boundaries. And all, it's a bit too short and wide for him. This time he's down the ground, and it looks like it's going to be 4 more. Well, it goes all the way for 6. My apologies to Beckford. That one went all the way for 6. So again, pitched up this time, and he was waiting for it. He was down on one knee and hitting that one over that mid-off fielder, and it went all the way for 6. So he knew he was going to pitch it up. He waited for it. He got that front foot out of the way. That back foot went down on the ground and hit it straight down the ground for 6. Expensive over. Driven nicely, and it beats the fielder. They're going to get a single. 19 runs coming off that first over from Boston. The most expensive over of the match so far. And Mona Campus, they are off and running here. 27 for 2. Justin Beckford, he came in with the dismissal of Barnes, and he's on 20 from 9 deliveries. 3 4s and a 6 in that previous over from Boston. So off to a very good start here is Mona. UWI Mona. And it brings Kev Virgo on strike. It's actually Beckford on strike because he got the single of the last delivery. Walker, short delivery. That's an excellent delivery from Walker. A short delivery on the body. And all Beckford could do was just get the bat on it, get some bat on it. Yeah, he was looking to walk down the crease, but Walker saw him and banged it in short. But the line of that delivery was excellent. And that made it difficult for Beckford to hit that one. Good start here from Walker. Looks to be a bit pacey as well. Left-handed. Short and wide, looking to cut. This time not making contact. Probably a bit rattled by that previous short ball, and he was just hanging on the back foot there and not able to transfer the weight properly and play that cut shot. So good start to the over here from Walker. So just trying to pull things back a bit. Current run rate you saw there was around 11. Driven, that's 4. The minute it hit the bat and past the bowler, you know it was going to be 4 runs. Beckford in a hurry here. And let's have a look at this. Just stood tall and punched that. Yes. And you could see he stood there, kept the pose for the cameras to show the bowler the full face of the bat. 4 more. In a hurry here is Justin Beckford. 24 from 12. Down the leg side, wide. He's looking to sort of scoop that one down the leg side. Oh, and look at that shot. And you can see him here standing, keeping the pose for the cameras. Well done, Mr. Producer. producer is listening to me and giving me the replay to suit. Well done. Walker. And a long appeal for LBW and Given. The slow finger goes up in the air. And Beckford is looking to review. But there's no review here. But he has to walk back. An enterprising inning for him. 24 from 13 deliveries. And it seems like he got some bat on it. That's where he's signaling. Let's have a look. Yeah, he did get some bat. Let's have a look at it again. This goes forward. Let's see. Been going down the leg side. Well, we are not in the perfect angle. The umpire is in the best position, and he has judged that it was going to hit probably leg stump, and he gave it out. He had a look, took a little while, eventually raised the finger. So an enterprising innings from Justin Beckford, but he has to go. 32 for 2 now. We're in the power play. We're just in the third over. So the runs are scoring. They're scoring the runs quite quickly, but wickets are falling. And they don't want to lose too many wickets too early. So Stephen Wedderburn bowled pretty well earlier. And now he has a job to do with the bat. So 2 aggressive batters came and went. So now it's up to the middle order. Left alone. Well, how often you would see that in a T20 match? Walker picking up 2 early wickets here. And we saw him in his first over. He was hit for a 6 by Barnes. And then the very next delivery, well, it was 4 actually by Barnes. And then the very next delivery got Barnes. And then similar, was hit for a 4. And then the very next, 2 deliveries after, he was going LBW. Wide delivery this time. Two for 13. 1.5 from Walker. Current run rate 11.29. So this is good. The run rate is very healthy, but it's the wickets. They've lost 2 wickets already. They can't afford to lose another in the power play. Oh, that's good from Walker. And a good over again from Walker. So at the end of 3 overs, it's 33 for 2, sorry. 2 wickets going down. Out of Barnes went 5 by the spear. Wedderburn and Virgo. Wedderburn yet to get off the mark. It's going to be Virgo on strike. It's on 1. Change in bowling. So Boston was very expensive. 19 runs coming off his first over, and he's immediately replaced. Looks like the leg spinner. Just trying to get his field settled. He's trying to get that long off to be a bit wider. Full toss. Hit past the fielder at point, and it goes into the boundary for 4. So a free delivery pretty much. Look at that. Full toss outside off stump. All he had to do was beat those fielders inside the circle. There's no one on the boundary in the offside. So there is a short third, a backward point, a cover, an extra cover, long on, no, a long off, mid on, deep mid wicket, full toss again and hammered down the ground, and that will go one bounce into the fence for 4. So a change in bowling from the southern end, but no change in scoring. Scoring just seems to keep going. Ball just seems to just go to all parts of the ground. So 2 deliveries, 2 full toss, 2 4s. And that will get Virgo going. Richardson. Oh, and that's brilliant. Brilliant from Richardson. Off his own bowling. It was driven, but one bounce in the air. And Richardson diving away to his right. Have a look at this. Hitting the ground. Another full toss. But that's brilliant effort. This time driving, misfield, and it's going to go for 4. Well. Let's have a look. Is it another full toss? This time a well-pitched delivery driven off the outside edge, straight to the fielder at cover, at misfield, and it run away into the boundary for 4. So that's not good from 5 islands here. You don't want to be misfielding at this stage. Fill 3 boundaries in the over. Oh, that's a good delivery again. But it's going to run away to the boundary for 4. Let's see what the signal is. Wide. So just not seem to have that radar right. He has bowled 3 full toss in the first 3 deliveries. Well, actually, the first 3 deliveries were full toss. 2 of them went to the boundary for 4. 1 of them was a dot. Then he bowled a good delivery, which was misfield for 4. Then now a wide that went for 4. So it's 4 boundaries in the over. 4 4s in the over. Short. Well, a little respect there from Vogo. Yeah, then he played the correct shot. That should have gone in that direction for 6. It was, or maybe 4. But already 17 runs off the over. Again driving, but straight to the fielder. And that brings the over to an end. So that over went for 17 runs. And with that, it brought the 50 up. The 4 actually brought. Runs have been scoring. Yes, we have seen that. But 2 wickets already going down. That's critical. They can't afford to lose another in the power play. So we saw Boston. He went for 19 in the second over of the match, his first. And then in the 4th over, Richardson going for 17. So very expensive overs. And while the carnage have been going on at the southern end, Walker bowled 2 excellent overs. 2 overs for 14. Picked up 2 wickets in his 2 overs as well from the northern end. So that's excellent from him. So change in bowling from the UE spec end. Walker is off. 2 excellent overs for him. It's the leg spinner. Oh, and that's a good delivery. Push back down the ground. But there is a mid-off in place. And they could look for a single here. The mid-off is in place. There is a long on. Mid-off. Short third. Backward point. Cover. Mid-wicket. This one is cut away but straight to the fielder at a cover. Just spoke about him. It was short and wide. He could have put that anywhere he wanted, but he hit it straight to the fielder at cover. There's also a short square leg and a short fine leg. This one, it was down the leg side looking to sweep. But let's see what the signal is. Wide. It's down the leg side. No bat on it. Two left-handers at the crease. That should be easier for the bowlers. When you have left-handers or two right-handers, it's easier for you to plan to bowl. You don't have to constantly change. This one is driven straight to the fielder. A bit of misfield, but no run taken. So when you bowl into two left-handers, you can plan for them. You can bowl in a particular area constantly, rather than when it's a left-hand, right-hand combination. Oh, that's a good delivery. That seemed to come back. It seems like the googly, and you could see the signal from the batter. It seems like the googly, it went away from the left-hander. This is good from Cornelius. Oh, that's a Yorker length delivery and brilliant work in the outfield from the fielder at mid-off. Just limits them to a single. So Cornelius, after an excellent knock with the bat, he's doing the job with the ball. It's 3 runs off the over. Just one more delivery to come. This one is in the air. This goes all the way for 6. So he's getting a bit of treatment that he gave when he was batting. And that one, pitched up delivery outside the off stump. And again, just making some room. You could see him just jumping outside the leg stump, creating that room where he can free his arm, hit through the line, and hit it over that long off area, and picks up 6 runs. So 9 runs coming out of that over. Wasn't able to close the over off properly there, Cornelius. And the score races along to 59 for 2. And we're only in the 5th over, scoring at 11.8 runs per over. So the scoring rate is really good. But those 2 wickets. So looks like it's going to be Richardson to continue from that southern end. Went for 17 of his first over. But the captain has faith in him. Remember, only 2 fielders are allowed outside the circle. One is at long off. This one is over the infield in the offside, and it goes into the boundary for 4. So a bit of width given again by Richardson. Let's have a look. Yeah, he made it. He stepped forward, made it into a full toss, and when he deliberately opened the face to hit under it, all he had to do was hit it over the infield and picked up 4. So now a change in field. So the cover fielder is on that cover boundary. The deep mid wicket is inside the circle. So there's a deep cover and a long off in place. Those are the 2 fielders outside the circle. So he has to keep it full and outside the off stump. It's a bit straighter, but there is that mid-on fielder. Well, actually, yeah, it is that mid-on fielder. Cut away, and this is going to, well, the fielder, oh, that's a poor bit of fielding. He didn't cater for that spin, because it is the spinner, and he caught that delivery. Let's look at it, cutting that one away. So it's going to hit and turn, and the fielder at deep cover didn't cater for the turn, and it just spun past him and goes into the boundary for 4. So that's 4 more to Virgo. He moves quickly on to 22 from 13. 67 for 2. They're racing away here, Muna. Richardson looking for that Yorker. That's a good delivery. Dot ball, rare dot ball here. So it's 4 dot, 4 dot. So what do you expect in this delivery? Let's see. Oh, and that's going to be 4. It's going to race away to the boundary for 4. So he's keeping up the pattern. 4 dot, 4 dot, 4. Yeah, it came off the inner half of the bat, not where he wanted it to go, but he got enough bat onto it and it raced away to the boundary for 4. So Richardson expensive here. That's 3 4s in the over. Well, according to the trend or the pattern of the over, should be a dot ball. I'm not sure if Virgo is any that mindset to have a dot ball. So it's 26 from 15. Yes, it is a dot ball, so the trend holds. 4 dot, 4 dot, 4 dot. So that's 2 overs from, that's 29 runs from 2 overs from Richardson. Very expensive, 2 overs for 29. It's a dot ball in that. But at the end of 6 overs, at the end of the power play, 71 for 2. So a very good power play here for UWI Muna. 71 runs coming off. Yes, losing 2 wickets, but they have kept that scoring rate up around, well, over 11. So wickets needed here by UWI 5 Islands. They need wickets and they need a lot of them quickly to stem this flow of runs. They need to get Virgo quite quickly. He's on 26 from 16. So it's going to be Cornelius to continue from the UWI spec end. There's 9 runs coming off his first over. Bowler, very good over. Except that last delivery, just pitched up a bit too much. But you have to give credit to Wedderburn. Made room to hit that one for 6. And again, similar shot. And he's in some trouble here. The fielder settles. And no! Well, he settled under it. Thought he had it. But it hit his hand, hit his chest, and went over the boundary for 6. Well, it's a chance created. It's not the batter they wanted, but it's a wicket they wanted. Because they need to take wicket. The fielder, he did well to get around, making the ground to get around and under it. But just failed to take it in the end. It hit his hand, hit his chest, and went over for 6. So that's the hurtful part. After he did all that work and he hit the hand, it went for 6. So 6 runs to start. And he goes again. Another opportunity. Could the fielder get around? Well, he got there and, well, did he stop it? He got around, got a hand to it, was unable to hold on. And that's another chance. 2 more to the total. Wedderburn moves to 14. So both batters here now decide it's going to be fireworks from both ends. Oh, that's a good delivery and well played in the end. You know he got away with 2. So he's not gonna give it away. 8 runs off the over. The required run rate is just 4.8, so they're way ahead. And this time he goes, and this is 6 more. From the time he played the shot, he knew it was 6. He didn't even bother to run. I'm not sure if he looked at it. Let's see. But he played the shot, and he looked at it, and he knew it was 6 runs. Didn't even bother to move. 6 more to the total, and that 6 brought up the 50-run partnership, the 53 coming off in 24 deliveries. What a partnership this is, and it's really taking the game away from UWI 5 Islands. 85 for 2 now. That one got the outer half of the bat. Just a single. They would take that. Cornelius expensive in this over. 15 runs in the over thus far. 1 delivery to go. Oh, that's a wide. He would have to rebowl that one. It's a wide delivery. It's not the end of the over. Did he get anything on that? It races away close to the boundary. The fielder does well to pull it back. And they're going to go through for, that's 3, I believe. Let's wait on the signal. Well, no signal, so it came off the bat. But it seems to be 3 runs. Well, 2 actually. It looks like 2. But it's actually 3. Just trying to get the scoring correct. So it's 90 for 2. So just 54 more runs required of 78 deliveries. So it's quite easy at the moment for UWI Muna. 5 Islands need wickets. They need to take wickets. Need to take wickets quite frequently now. So Richardson to continue. 2 overs. 2 expensive overs for him. But he is going to continue. Well, this is much better from Richardson. This is a good over from Richardson. 3 dot balls to start. First 2 overs went for 29. So he's pulling things back here now. Oh, this is off the back foot. This is not. Oh, it's a bit of misfield, and they're gonna get a single. Just relieving the pressure there after 3 dot deliveries. They're going to get that single. Fogo is on 30 from 21. And Wedderburn, he's on 21 from 10. So these two have really taken the attack to the bowlers. And they have put their team in an excellent position here. It's fairly easy. You don't have to take too much risk, but the way they are batting, I'm thinking they're going to go guns blazing till the very end. Richardson driving. Straight to the fielder at extra cover, just a single. So a very good over there. There's 2 runs coming off that over from Dravid Richardson. His first 2 overs cost 29. And this 2 over, just 2 runs coming off it. So excellent from him. He's trying to pull things back a bit here. 91 for 2 after 8. An excellent position. There's 53 more runs required. It actually should be 52 more. It's got a single in the last delivery of the over. So wickets now needed, and they need to try something. So the field is spread, and fielders in catching position. They just have that field at extra cover. Well, actually, it's at mid wicket. There's one at short third. There's a point who's just inside the 30-yard circle. A cover, long on, long off, deep mid wicket. And that's punched away past the fielder at point. It's going to race away, does it? No, it doesn't have the legs to go. The fielder does well from that deep cover region. And limits them to 2 runs. Wedderburn moves to 23. Cornelius 24. And whipped away past the fielder at short square leg, and is going to race into the boundary for 4. Not quite where he wanted it to go, but nevertheless 4 runs to the total, 4 runs to his total. He moves to 28, and UWI Mona, they raced on to 98 for 2. 46 more runs required. So the rate they're going, they're going to get this quite easily. This 40 runs. And these two have batted really well. This partnership. And that should be a wide. The keeper seems not to be not too pleased with that call. But the umpire is in the best position. And the line is just a guide. Oh, hitting the bottom of the bat, the Q end of the bat. Trickled into the offside, no run. So we saw a good over from Richardson previously. Could Cornelius keep this down? That's a poor delivery. And that's Wedderburn helped himself for 4 more. All he had to do was get it. He was down on one knee and helping it over the fielder at deep square leg. 4 runs. So that's 4 more to Wedderburn. He moves to 32. So he has passed Virgo now. He's 32 from 16. What a knock from this young man here. Putting his team in a very strong position here. And they're definitely going to run away with this one. Cornelius trying to pull things back. 39 in 2.4. It's a good delivery from Cornelius. Well forward, respected there. Respect shown by Wedderburn. And then he played a shot that he should have played down the ground for a single. Quicker delivery. Well played, well fielded. That's good. So at the end of 9 overs, UWI Mona, trying to get to 144 for victory. They are 103 for 2. This partnership, 60 odd at the moment, is really taking things away. They have batted really well. They took the opportunities when they got them. Wedderburn, he got a chance when he was, I believe, 14 or so. He got a chance, and he didn't look back. He started to hit the ball to all parts of the ground. Respect the good deliveries. So Richardson is going to finish his spell. 3 overs, none for 31. Ball an excellent over. His third over just went for 2 runs. So what can he do now? It's in the air. Deliberately hit, but there is that fielder at a long off. He's wide enough just for that shot. They're just going to get a single. Richardson. So that brings Stephen Wedderburn, 32 from 18. Oh, and that's just pushed into the onside for an easy single. So because the way they are playing and hitting the ball out of the ground and even to all parts of the ground, now the field is well spread. And they can just push the ball into the gaps, either in the offside or the onside, and pick up easy single. This one is hammered. There's a chance. The fielder is running around, and it goes all the way for 6. And the fielder at long on, he was really wide. He thought he was in the game for a moment, but it went straight back over the bowler's head. It actually almost hit the side screen on the way, and he picks up 6 more. So Virgo, he moves on to 37 from 23. 111 for 2 now. And yes, we're only in the 10th over. Richardson, 39. On the legs, whipped away because the fielders are spread to the boundaries. Easy singles are there to be had. That's exactly what happened. Hit the boundary, a good ball, push it into the gap for a single. That's all is needed at the moment. 9 runs of the over. Driving, looking for a single. Good work by the fielder at cover. It's good delivery to end the over. So at the end of 10, UWI Muna, they are 112 for 2. Remember, they are trying to get to 144 for victory here at the moment. They are cruising to that. After 10 overs, there is a break out in the middle. The players, they are going to have a drink. And we will take a break as well. We'll drink and we'll come back in about 5 minutes or so. Yes, we're back here at Sir Frank Worrell Field in St. Augustine. Remember, it's the UWI Games 2026. It's the it's a cricket aspect of the games here at the Sir Frank Worrell Field. It's game 1 between UWI Mona and UWI 5 Islands. Remember, early on, UWI 5 Islands won the toss and elected to bat first. As we continue here, and it's Cornelius. He is going to bowl his final over as well. He has 3 overs, none for 39. Very expensive. This one is cut away, but there's protection on that offside. Backward at short third, backward point and cover. No one in the well, there's one fielder at deep cover boundary. There's a long on, long off in place. So it's in the air. The fielder is there, and no, he couldn't get back in time. So it was outside the outside edge was taken. It went to that fielder at short third, but he didn't turn around and just trying to go backwards rather than turn around and then try to go for it, to take it over his shoulder. And in the end, it fall in no man's land and a single taken. So this is a good start here from Cornelius in his final over. And this one is 6. There's no two ways about that. That went over the side screen, and it looked like it went. So it looked like it went over the side screen and into the UWI spec. You have to be careful. They're preparing for the opening ceremony, so maybe the ball went to check out what is going on in spec. But that's a lovely shot there from Wedderburn. It was a pitched up delivery, and he just went through the line, played through the line, and he knew when he hit it, it was going all the way for 6. He didn't bother to move. And now twice he did that. Cornelius, oh, and that's driven. And it was past the fielder. It's going to race away close to the boundary, and it goes into the boundary for 4. Well, it was a misfield, so you could see the fielder at point apologizing to the bowler because he knew it was a misfield. Let's see what happened here. Oh, he just didn't see it, and it passed him. It went straight into the boundary for 4. So a good end to the over, 6 and a 4, and the UWI Mona racing along here after 11. They're 123 for 2. So Cornelius going for 50 runs off his 4 overs. Remember, he made 80 odd when he batted, and now he gave up 50 in his 4 overs. So he's still in the plus. That's fine. So there's 21 more runs required for victory by UWI Mona. Came in with the fall of Beckford, who made a breezy 24, and he just kept going. That's well bowled and well played. Looked like Boston. He's back into the attack. Went for 19 of his first over. And he's back into the attack. Down the leg side, beats the keeper, runs away into the boundary for 4. So that will be 4 wide, 5 runs to the total, and they are getting that much closer. Yeah, that's a poor delivery, a quicker delivery. The keeper had no chance there in trying to get to that one. And look like Martin behind the stumps. Well, the batter, Vugu, he wasn't quite ready. Boston. That's a good delivery just outside the off stump. Looking to guide it into that offside, but straight to the fielder. Short third. Well, actually backward point. Oh, shorter, quicker delivery. And Virgo was on the back foot, but unable to just turn it into the onside. All he had to do was turn it into the onside, and it would have been at least a single, maybe two. Just pushed it back to the bowler in the end. This time again, he was looking to play that shot, just as I said. Work it into the onside. And all he had to do was place it square of the wicket, and he would have gotten at least 2 runs. So he was looking to play that shot, but didn't really make any contact. So another dot ball. Good from Boston. 3 dot deliveries, and well, that 5 wides. Oh, that's another good delivery there. This is good from Boston. Good comeback for him. As I said, it's very expensive. 19 of his first over. This one is 6. No two ways about it. The fielder, no. Well, it actually went for 6. The fielder took the catch and stepped over the boundary. Well, it looked like 6 the minute it hit the bat, but the fielder, look at him, he settled nicely, took the catch, 1 foot in the air, and then dropped it over the boundary for 6. You could see the disappointment there. He judged that perfectly. And it, well, in the book it's written as 6, but it was a good catch in the end. So 6 more to the total. 6 more to Virgo. He moves on to 45. And Yui Mona, after 12 overs, 134 for 2. 10 more runs required for victory here. Well, the game was carded to finish at 4. So we may have an early game. And my producer is very happy. He's smiling because of that. Because he has to go and prepare for the opening ceremony. He has to go and dress up. So it's Scotland. So we saw 4 bowlers being used previously. So this is now the 5th bowler being used. And I was surprised after being so expensive. They continued with Richardson and Cornelius. But it's now going to be Scotland. Pacer short, pulled away. There is a fielder at that deep square leg boundary. Well, and not only that, there is Wedderburn. He slips at the non-striker's end. So he was unable to go back for the second. So they were looking for 2. They had enough time. But this is slipping at the non-striker's end. And he was on the ground. Not able to get up in time. So just a single. Could that cause them? Is this an opportunity here for Scotland? Short, wide, cut away, 4 more. So you probably have heard me say that on a number of occasions, but it's the way the game is going. It was a short delivery. It was outside the off stump. It was Virgo who cut it over the infield, and it went 2 bounces into the fence for 4. So this is good batting, and now just 5 more runs required for victory here. So it looks like it's going to be all over in this over. Short down the leg side, wide. Martin was looking to throw the ball up in celebration, trying to buy something from the umpire. But the umpire was not interested. Signal wide. So there's 4 more runs required. 1 boundary away. 1 hit away from victory here. Yui Mona. Chester Scotland trying his best. Pulled away, and that goes one bounce into the fence for 4. Just rolled into the fence for 4, and that's the game. 4 runs. No, actually, it's just one more run required, and that's 50 for Vogo. So it's 50 runs for Vogo. What a knock from him. He goes to 53 from 35. And I think that's it, you know. Yes, that's it. That's a game. I know I was correct. My maths is pretty good. So, so it's the end of the match here. So, and you can see on your screen Kev Vogo, player of the match for his wonderful knock of 53 from 35 deliveries. 8 4s and 2 6s, a strike rate of 151. So that brings us to the end of this match here. Remember, UE, 5 Islands won the toss, elected to bat first. They made 143 in their 20 overs. Good to see a wonderful knock from Cornelius. He got 80 odd. And then now in response, Mona had to get 144 for victory, and they got it in 13 overs. They got there quite easily in the end, just losing 2 wickets, and a wonderful knock from that's Vogo. He got 53, supported really nicely by Wedderburn. He got 40 odd. So in the end, his victory by 8 wickets for Mona, for UE Mona, and they take game 1 here of this tournament. So on behalf of our broadcasting team here at the cricket aspect in the Sir Frank World Ground, we want to say thank you for joining us for this wonderful match between UE Mona and UE 5 Islands. And we, on behalf of the broadcasting team, the producers, Mr. Aidan Mamchan, and my co-commentator, Vinod Mamchan, this is Ronnie Wickranda saying thank you for joining us, and please continue join us as we bring you more coverage of this UE Games 2026 here at the St. Augustine campus in Trinidad and Tobago. And do join us as we have other sports in progress. I think the basketball is currently in progress, and then later on we'll have the opening ceremony. So do join us for live coverage of those events and the rest of the events for the tournament, the games that takes place here. 9 days of events that you are going to witness. So thank you very much for joining us. Have a good evening, and we'll see you all again for the opening ceremony later on.